mynews.studio.
In Northern California, a tribe has regained 73 square miles of their ancestral land. What does this mean for the Yurok people and for the forests they call home?
Today is June 29, 2025. So this land-back deal for the Yurok tribe, it's being called the largest in California's history. 73 square miles, that's more than twice what they had before. How did they actually manage to make this happen?
It took 23 years. The Yurok tribe worked closely with the Western Rivers Conservancy and several state agencies. They negotiated to regain their ancestral land along the lower Klamath River. This wasn't a quick process. They had to secure clear legal title, raise $56 million from a mix of sources, and put together a conservation plan. Now the land forms the Blue Creek Salmon Sanctuary and the Yurok Tribal Community Forest.
That's a huge area. What kind of condition was the land in when they got it back? I'm guessing a century of logging left a mark.
Absolutely. The land had been logged for over 100 years. So you've got fragmented forests, invasive species spreading, and damaged streams. The Yurok tribe's top priority is restoration. They're bringing back traditional stewardship, like using controlled burns to reduce wildfire risk and to restore native prairies. They're also removing invasive plants, replanting native species, and working to fix up meadows.
Controlled burns. That's something we hear about across the West now. But for the Yurok, it's not new, right?
Right. It's a traditional practice for them. It's not only about preventing wildfires. Controlled burning helps maintain the land's health, encourages native plants, and supports wildlife habitats. There's also cultural meaning. These burns are connected to ceremonies and bring the community together.
And what about the old roads and clearings from logging? Do they keep any of that infrastructure?
A lot of the old logging roads are being decommissioned to cut down on erosion and reconnect the forests. But some roads are being upgraded, so people can access the area for restoration work, cultural events, or possibly ecotourism in the future.
So it's not just about the trees. How does this affect the Yurok community itself?
It's much deeper than just owning land. Blue Creek and the Klamath River are central to Yurok identity, spiritually, culturally, and economically. Having the land back means ceremonies can return to traditional grounds, youth can learn stewardship firsthand, and the tribe can revive its identity as salmon people. Plus, restoration projects are creating jobs, drawing younger Yurok into traditional practices.
That's a big shift, but it must have been a tough road. What were the hardest parts along the way?
Legally, it was complicated. So many parties, government layers, and the need to secure long-term protections. Financially, raising $56 million took a mix of public and private money, grants, partnerships. And then, the environmental challenge, undoing a century of logging damage. It took persistent negotiation, creative financing, and a commitment to both sovereignty and restoration.
If we zoom out, why does this matter beyond Northern California? What's the broader significance here?
It's part of a global shift, recognizing Indigenous rights, addressing historic injustices, and drawing on Indigenous knowledge for ecosystem management. As climate change and biodiversity loss speed up, Indigenous stewardship is showing results in restoration. It also raises questions about reconciliation, sovereignty, and how we deal with the legacy of lost land.
Are there similar land-back efforts happening elsewhere, or is this case unique?
It's happening in other places too. Canada, Australia, Brazil. Indigenous communities are reclaiming forests, rivers, grasslands. The Yurok case stands out for its size, ecological impact, and how it ties restoration to cultural revival.
So, is this a turning point or just a high-profile example in a longer process?
Maybe it's both. It's a milestone, and it also sets a precedent for how restoration, Indigenous rights, and conservation can work together. The real test will be in the years ahead, how well the land recovers, and how the community's relationship with it grows.
Thanks for walking us through that. It's a big story, but at heart, it's about people, place, and the work of repair.
And asking, who gets to decide how land is cared for, and why does it matter to all of us?
It brings us back to where we started, a tribe, a river, a forest, and a future that's being rebuilt. Thanks for listening.
Thank you for joining us. This episode was brought to you by mynews.studio. Try it free today.